present here. On behalf of KIT, Kannampalayam Institute of Technology, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the GATE Jam 2026 Outreach Awareness Program conducted by GATE Office, IIT Madras, organized with the support of PALS, IIT Alumni Association and the Advisory Bureau for Higher Studies of KIT. To begin the proceedings with the blessings of the Almighty, may I request everyone to rise for Tamilthai Valthu.
Respected guest, Dr. K. Arul Prakash, Professor IIT Madras, respected invitees, Mr. Ramaswamy, Mr. Ramesh, PALS champion, PALS zonal coordinators, our respected CEO, Professor Dr. Mohandas Gandhi, Dr. Gauri Shankar, Dean Academics and Deputy Controller of Examination, Dr. Ariyumani Rao, coordinator of this program, dear faculty members and my dear students, very good afternoon. So today, we are giving the awareness lecture on GATE, the competitive examination. GATE is giving equal opportunity in all three spheres. In the three spheres, one sphere is higher education. After your undergraduation here, through our higher education cell, the cell which is called Advisory Bureau for Higher Studies. Through our Advisory Bureau for Higher Studies, we are giving complete guidance for your higher education in India as well as in abroad. Through the continuous effort of the cell, quite number of students during previous years, they have got their higher studies in India and in foreign universities. So in India, for higher studies, the institutions of national importance, so like IITs and NITs, many of my students during previous years, they have cleared the GATE examination. Then they have got admission in the prestigious institutions like IITs and NITs. So my dear students, GATE is the gateway to enter into IITs and NITs. See, if you wish to pursue your higher education in engineering, you have to appear for GATE. Many are thinking that this is the toughest examination. It's not like. It is the examination, it's a prestigious examination. If you prepare well for this examination, definitely you can clear the GATE and enter into the IITs and NITs. So according to me, pursuing PG at IITs and NITs is more valuable than your higher education in any foreign university. So today, to give elaborate lecture on GATE examination, we have Dr. Arun Prakash. He graduated from here, that is from Coimbatore, and now he is professor in the Department of Applied Mechanics at IIT Madras. So a person like Dr. Arun Prakash has vast experience in guiding young engineering students like you. So my dear students, utilize this opportunity. GATE is the examination only for engineering students, you remember. If you prepare only your academic syllabus, that is the syllabus is for GATE examination. This is the examination for engineers. So I request all my undergraduate students, take this test very seriously. Prepare towards the GATE examination. So normally we used to say, study beyond your subject. But for GATE examination, study your subject. Study your subject in depth. Definitely you will clear the GATE examination. See, getting chance to study PG, that is a blessing. All will not get the opportunity to study PG. That too, institutions like IITs and NITs. If you are going to clear the GATE examination, you will be get into IITs and NITs, which means that you will be out from the crowd. You will be out from the crowd. So that's why, through our advisory board of our higher studies, we are organizing number of seminars, number of lectures, and give the complete guidance towards the very popular, very prestigious GATE examination. So today, we have the guest from IIT Madras on behalf of KIT, Kalaignarkarunanidhi Institute of Technology. I welcome Dr. Arun Prakash, Professor IIT Madras, for giving the awareness about GATE examination. Welcome, sir. I extend my warm welcome to the PALS coordinators. You know PALS. PALS is one of the organization by IIT Madras that was initiated in the year 2018, I think. We are the member of the PALS. PALS, this is Pan IIT Alumni Leadership Series. There are more than 50 institutions are there in the PALS Association. So not only the institutions in Tamil Nadu, institutions from Kerala, institutions from Karnataka, even institutions from Nepal are there in the PALS Association. This is under IIT Madras. So during the last academic year, that is academic year 24-25, among all the PALS partnership or cluster institution, we have got the overall championship award from the PALS IIT Alumni Leadership Series Association. So I myself and our advisory bureau for higher studies coordinator Dr. Auditorium with my students, we went to IIT Madras. We received the award from the director of IIT Madras, and also 5 IIT directors were present in that meeting. So that was very prestigious moment. This is because of the contribution of my own student and also the active advisory bureau for higher studies cell. My dear students, this is the opportunity to you all. You can also contribute, you can also participate. So according to the IIT PALS, we have got the overall championship. So I hope this year also, during the academic year 25-26 also, our students are going to achieve this recognition from IIT PALS Association. So today we have the zonal coordinators as well as the PALS champions, Mr. Ramesh and Mr. Ramasamy are here. On behalf of KIT, I extend my warm welcome to both of them. Welcome, sirs. I also welcome our respected CEO, Professor Dr. Mohandas Gandhi, Dean Academics Dr. Gauri Shankar, Coordinator Advisory Bureau for Higher Studies as well as Head Innovation Cell of our institution, Dr. Auditorium, all the faculty members and all my dear students to this awareness program. Welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your warm welcome. I now request our CEO, Dr. M. Mohandas Gandhi, to felicitate the chief guest by presenting a shawl, bouquet, and a memento. Dr. Ramesh, to speak about PALS and to set the context for today's program.
Am I audible? Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, students from all the colleges, to attend this GATE awareness program. I'm Ramesh, PALS champion, and my colleague Ramasamy, he's also a PALS champion. And we are IIT Alumni of 77 batch. I passed out in civil engineering, passed out in metallurgy, and PALS has been actively involved in promoting a 360-degree development for students and the faculty as well as the management to bridge the gap between higher tier colleges and the second and third tier colleges. There are about nearly 80 events organized by PALS which will enhance the employability of students coming out from these colleges, and KIT is a very good example of that, and they have been with us from 2018, and initially we started with just 2 colleges in 2012, and last year it was up to 51 colleges, and now this year we have expanded to nearly 70 colleges. Our spread is not just in Tamil Nadu, it's in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana also, and then Karnataka, and then Kerala, and one in Nepal. And so we give exposure to students. The KIT already knows about PALS. I welcome the other colleges who are here, students from other colleges here, to look at the possibility of joining PALS maybe from the next academic year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, it is my honor to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's program. We are privileged to have with us Dr. Arul Prakash K, Professor in the Fluid Mechanics Group at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. Dr. Arul Prakash received his PhD from IIT Kanpur and pursued his postdoctoral fellowship at the Laboratory of Geophysical and Industrial Fluid Flows, Grenoble, France, in the Modeling and Simulation of Turbulence MOST research program team specializing in the turbulence modeling. His wide-ranging research interests include computational fluid dynamics and heat transfer, cooling technologies, experimental validation, thermal hydraulics, large eddy simulations, and biofluid dynamics. He has an outstanding academic record with over 57 international journal publications, contributions to reputed journals such as the Journal of Fluid Mechanics and Physics of Fluids, along with more than 45 conference papers, 2 granted patents, and 3 book chapters. A passionate mentor, Dr. Arul has guided 8 PhDs and 10 MS scholars and continues to mentor 10 ongoing research scholars. His academic collaborations span globally with institutions such as RWTH University, Swansea University, University of Naples, and Grenoble Institute of Technology. He has also led prestigious sponsored research projects supported by DRDO, ISRO, DST, MHRD, PRNS, and worked closely with leading industries like Apollo, Tyrus, Caterpillar, CDAC, and L&T. In recognition of his academic excellence and teaching, Dr. Arul has received several accolades, including the Distinguished Alumnus Award from Amrita University, the Best Teacher Award from IIT Madras, and DAAD Fellowship from Germany, and the India-UK Research Exchange Fellowship. We are privileged to have you, sir, here today with us on our campus. May I now invite our chief guest, Dr. Arul Prakash K, to kindly come forward and address the gathering.
The first and foremost, so I thank the administration of Kalaignarkarunanidhi Institute of Technology for kindly giving an opportunity to present the GATE awareness program in this reputed institute. I also thank Dr. Arivumani Ravanan and his team for arranging all the lectures and all other talks. And thank you so much, sir. So first what we'll do is, first I will give a small overview of a video showing the beautiful campus of IIT Madras and the importance of the GATE. So we will see the movie first.
At IIT Madras, we don't just educate, we ignite ambition. As a leader in innovation and excellence, we've stood at the forefront of India's academic landscape for nearly a decade. Here, curiosity meets opportunity, with 18 diverse departments and a vibrant interdisciplinary ecosystem. Your ideas are not just encouraged, they're accelerated. Whether you're a builder, a researcher, a coder, or a thinker, this is a space where you'll find your voice, your purpose, and your people. Our graduates don't just join companies, they build them, lead them, transform them. From global tech hubs to groundbreaking research, the IITM community is everywhere. Apply through GATE and open doors to a world of opportunity. With access to free video content for select courses via the GATE NPTEL portal, we ensure you're prepared, confident, and ready. This isn't just about earning a degree. It's about discovering who you are and who you can become. This is IIT Madras, where your journey begins, where ideas turn into impact, where you inspire, innovate, and transform. Apply now.
So once again, good afternoon. My name is Arul Prakash from the GATE office, IIT Madras. I am representing the GATE office. Basically, I am from a professor in the Department of Applied Mechanics and Biomedical Engineering, and working in the Fluid Mechanics group. So to begin with, we want to make it more and more interactive session. So how many IITs are in our country? How many IITs are in our country? 10, 20, 30? 15? And which is the nearest IIT from this campus? IIT Madras? IIT Palakkad. Okay. So we are having about 23 IITs in India, and your nearest campus is at IIT Palakkad. Okay. So IIT Palakkad, IIT Tirupati, IIT Dharwad, IIT Bhilai, these are all third generation IITs. Whereas IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur, Delhi, Bombay, these are all first generation IITs. So it started more than 50 years before. And second generation IITs are IIT Hyderabad, IIT Guwahati, these are all just started 20-25 years before. And the third generation IITs recently started just in 10 years time. Okay. So we are having about 23 IITs. So here I'm come forward to give some awareness about the GATE exam, which is called as Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. Okay. So how you can, after your bachelor's degree, you can write this exam to admit into the premier institutes like IITs, NITs and CFTIs. CFTIs are called as centrally funded technical institutes. Okay. So the GATE exam, just I thought of explaining that the GATE exam is not only meant for higher education, this exam is also used as an entry point in recruiting in some other public sector, Navaratna companies like Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, and NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, NPCL, Nuclear Power India Corporation Limited. So this is not used only for the admission of the PG programs, but it's also used for admitting into the research and recruitment in some PSU companies, Navaratna companies, and also some of the international universities like NTU, NUS, National University of Singapore, Technical University, that is top 9 technical universities in Germany, mainly the TU Munich, that is the top among the technical universities. So TU Munich use our GATE score as their admission criteria for their graduate programs. Okay. So these are some of the advantages of this GATE exam. So I will go one by one. So before that, I wish to emphasize that, see, right now you are graduating at the age of 21. Okay. So unless and until you are having a family financial constraint, so we strongly recommend as a team, IIT team from GATE, we strongly recommend to go for higher studies because the competition level keep on decreasing if you graduate from premier institutes. So suppose if you are graduating with a very good master's program, either mechanical, computer science or electrical department from IITs or any other premier institutes. So the level of competition or level of placement you get through this program will be much far better when compared with the other places. Okay. So and also the competition will be very less. You can see that now you are sitting for a placement means you can see that all the other engineering colleges, maybe you can compete with more than 1,000 people for sitting in a company. But if you go for higher studies, means you are sitting the placements, the competition will be very less. Okay. And also you will be absorbed in one of the top positions in any company. So once you have graduated from IIT means you are at some very reputed positions in the companies. Okay. So these are some of the motivations to begin with about the importance of the GATE and entry into the IITs. Okay. So how many of them are planning to write GATE 2026 examination in this group? Only a few. So how many of them are third year students, final year students of engineering? Okay. And how many of them are second years and first years? Okay, fine. So it's a good time that you will have a good awareness about the GATE examination, and those who are in the third year, from third year onwards, you are eligible for the GATE exam. Okay. So I will just go one by one. This is the outline of my talk. So what is GATE exam? What is the purpose of GATE? And who can apply for the GATE exam? And what are the different test papers of the GATE? There are 30 papers of the GATE which you are going to write. It's based on your discipline. So if you are a mechanical engineer, if you are an electrical engineer, or if you are a computer science engineer, it is not necessary that you can write only the same discipline paper. In addition to that, you can write engineering services, that is called as XC, engineering sciences, XC, and Excel, and there are many other programs. Okay. So and finally, what are the opportunities present if you graduate from the GATE exam? That is also there. And what are the other, where you get for the research and process, etc., means where you end up and how you can help this GATE exam. That is also explained in detail in this lectures. And after that, these are about all the prospects of the GATE exam. So the next will be, suppose I am having in this institute, I am having maybe a beautiful library, and you are having a lot of resources you will be having. So, but still, I feel that I am not very comfortable in writing the exam. I am not having enough resources for studying. Then, we IIT Madras are helping to a portal called as NPTEL. Okay, so I will just give a brief overview of the NPTEL portal. So, where you can get the materials from the GATE exam, different disciplines. This is taught by in terms of video lectures, materials, assignments, all those things. It is available online in your hands, and you can easily crack the GATE exams. The sufficient materials will be there for cracking these GATE exams. Okay. So that I am going to talk in the end about NPTEL, and finally what are the important dates so far about the GATE exams will be mentioned in the final slide. Okay. So what is GATE exam? So So how many of them know about the GATE exam? Only a hand. Okay, it's good. So as our principal sir mentioned, the main genesis or objective for introducing the GATE exam is to admit the candidates in the engineering stream. That was the basic idea. So that is started in the year 1983. And we found that not only the engineering, we also found that because nowadays you can see that more and more interdisciplinary is coming. Okay, so therefore what we thought is the GATE is not only restricted for engineering, but also we can extend this to engineering, technology, science. Science means physics, chemistry and mathematics, biotechnology and architecture and arts and humanities. So now the GATE is also used as an admission test in arts discipline, science discipline and also humanities and other architecture, etc. Okay, so the GATE exam is whatever the GATE score, whatever you are getting in a particular year. Suppose you are in the third year, so when you clear the GATE in the third year, that score is valid for next 3 years. Okay, it is valid since the date of publishing the results, the GATE score is valid for 3 years. Okay, from the date of the announcement of the results. So either you can improve, keep on, and the main thing is there is no restriction in the number of attempts like JEE, etc., joint entrance exam and also some other exams, UPSC exams. So the GATE is not having any restrictions in the number of attempts, and also there is no age limits. Okay, so you can attempt any number of times, and we will take the best score among that for your next level of admission process. Okay, so you are also feel free to write at any time. Only thing is your desire, you are motivated so that you can for writing. That is important, more than important for this one. Okay. So what is the purpose of the GATE is? This is used for admission in the postgraduate programs in the premier institutes like IITs, IIScs and also the NITs, National Institute of Technologies, and CFTA, some centrally funded technical institutes like Pondicherry, Central University Pondicherry, Central University Hyderabad, Central University Tiruvallur, etc. So all the central universities, the GATE is used as a platform to admit the candidates. This GATE, why it is important? Because all the admissions, you will be getting the admission with stipend, with scholarship. So that is important. You are not just studying there, but you also get the stipend. I will tell the amount in the subsequent slides. Okay. The first one is admissions. The second one is research opportunities. Suppose if you are in the third year, if you clear the GATE or you are graduated from any institutes of your BTech program, so you will get directly you can join as a PhD candidate. We are also encouraging, only thing is your CGPA, we are expecting some 8 and above, 8.5 and above. Okay. So if you are having a good CGPA and if you clear the GATE after BTech or BE, you can directly join for the PhD program. And there is no need for any master's program. But with a stipend of 37,000 for first 2 years and 42,000 for the next 3 years. Okay. So but if you do the postgraduate, then it comes the stipend will be for the 4 years. Okay. So this also international recognition. One is admission, the second one is research, and third one is international recognition, wherein you will be this GATE score is used for admission into the top institutes in all over the world. Okay, like Singapore University, NUS, NTU, TU universities in Germany, some of the Australian universities like Manas University. These are all the places where you can get the admissions through this GATE admission test. So who is conducting the GATE exam? So the 23 IITs, okay, interns, they will be organizing this exam. In addition to that, there is one Indian Institute of Science. It is located at Bangalore. So these 24 institutes are responsible for organizing this GATE exam. So in 2024, so 25 this year, which institute is responsible for conducting exam? 25 it's Roorkee, and 26 it is IIT Guwahati. Okay, so IIT Guwahati is responsible for organizing GATE exam in 2026. So all the details of the exam is given in the portal gate2026.iitg.ac.in. GATE, that is GATE Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering, gate2026.iitg, that is G stands for Guwahati.academic.india, ac.in. Okay, so you can find all the details of the GATE exam, and we can get the sample question papers and some mock tests. That portal also will be there in that portal. Okay, so the syllabus, previous year question papers, and the mock tests, everything will be present in that particular portal. Okay, so who can apply? So suppose, sir, I am in the second year, whether I can apply? No. If the students for the third year and above are eligible for applying the GATE exam. Okay, students in the final year also eligible, students who are in the third year also eligible. So why I should apply? Why I should write the GATE exam in third year? So if you can ask me, anyway I am going to study for the fourth year. Okay, so one thing is, if you are writing the GATE, the main motivation of the GATE exam is, if you take a particular concept, okay, so if you take any concept, engineering concept, either be electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science or anything, so we will take a particular concept, so how you remember the definition of the concept, so that is the one way we are checking. The second one is how this concept is extended, means how this concept to extended in various forms. So that is the second we are checking, and how the concept is applied to some engineering situations. Okay, how this concept is applied, it's extended to some engineering situations. That is the third way of checking, and also synthesis of the concepts. So beyond this, how this concept can be used. Okay, so the concept is there defined, and how beyond this one we are using this concept. So once you understand, see, you can see that everywhere the main core point is the concept. Okay, so please look into the reputed textbooks. If you are not finding, please look into the resources which I am going to tell, and get the idea of the concepts, and you can use the concepts for easily crack. Once you understand the concepts, the GATE exam is nothing. You can easily crack that exam. Okay, so only the idea here is how you are properly understanding where is you want to get the proper resources and properly understand the concepts. So which needs more and more self-study, and also you can get some details, guidance from the NPTEL and also from your faculties or your lecturers. Okay, so the candidates who are studying in the third year or higher years of any undergraduate degree program, or who have completed any government recognized or approved degree program in engineering, technology, architecture, science, humanities, are eligible for writing this GATE 2026 exams. Okay, so we can also pass the information that it's not only engineers, to the science people, science students, arts or humanities students. So this can be used as a platform for admission into the higher studies. So how many test papers are there in the GATE exam? So there are in total 30 test papers, starting from agricultural engineering, automobile engineering, aerospace engineering, electrical, electronics, computer science, data science, artificial intelligence. Like that, there are 30 number of papers are there. I will show the list, and also you can write a combination of the papers. Suppose if you are a mechanical engineer, you can write mechanical engineering and also something like engineering sciences. So like this, there are combinations of the papers also you can write, and there are total 8 sessions of the exam. The 8 different sessions we are organizing this exam during the month of February. So the 8 sessions, this combinations will not be having any overlap. Okay, so that we are ensuring, so that you can appear more than once in a particular paper if you are from some specific discipline. Okay, so a candidate can appear for more than one paper. Okay, that is the advantage of the GATE. So if you find, oh my god, I didn't write properly the mechanical engineering, so you can also appear in the XE also. So there we are giving another opportunity that you can improve your writing the exam and get a good score also. Okay, so a few paper combinations are also allowed as a 2 paper combinations for candidate to select. So that's why mechanical means you can write for aerospace, and also civil means you can write for agricultural engineering. So like this, there are combinations, few combinations also available. So all these details are available in the website which I mentioned, GATE 2026 iit.idg.ac.in. Anyway, I am also leaving this slide to your GATE coordinator. You can kindly get the details from him also. So these are the GATE test papers, starting from, it is not visible maybe from the back. So this all mentions about the code of different papers. AE means agricultural engineering, aerospace, that is second one is AE means aerospace engineering, AG means agricultural engineering, and AR is architecture and planning. So like this, there are different subjects, starting ending up with Excel is life sciences. So you are also having PH physics, chemistry CH, and engineering sciences, humanities and sciences also. Like this, there are different kinds of exams are there. Obviously, electrical, computer science, biotechnology, biomedical engineering, all are available in the GATE papers. So therefore, there are total 30 different papers are there. So these are the sectional papers. So we can take one core paper and some combinations. Like that, there are some sectional papers also available. And to this year, we are introduced something called as energy sciences. So energy is everywhere. Therefore, we are including energy sciences so that you can use this as a combination paper of any two sections. Okay. So this is the combination of the two paper combinations. So if you take agriculture engineering as one of the core or aerospace engineering, you can go for civil engineering, mechanical engineering and engineering science. If you take electrical engineering, you can go for electronics, like that, and instrumentation engineering, something like combinations. If you are in computer science, you can go for artificial intelligence and also the data science. So that combination you can go. And some other subjects we can have the different combinations. You can select any two papers and you can give the GATE exam. So what is the date for the GATE exam? So usually till last year, we are having the exam during the month of January and also in the February. January, it's a weekend. So last weekend and February first week. So due to some constraints, we are making all the exams scheduled from during the month of February first week and the February second week, the weekends. So as I told earlier, there are 8 sessions. Okay, there is S1, S2, session 1, session 2, session 3, up to session 8. And you are having any two papers, you can attempt. It is not overlapping in any of the weekends. Okay, and the results will be announced during the month of March 19th. Okay, so the dates are fixed, the schedule is also fixed. Okay, so now the dates of the portal for applying this is also open. So already the opening date of the application starts from August 28th. Already it is open now. The last date for applying the GATE is September 28th, 2025. Okay, another 20 days are there approximately. So if for some reasons some students may get difficulty, so we are trying to extend this up to October 9th. But nevertheless, you keep in your mind that the deadline for applying this exam is September 28th, 2025. So what are the types of questions we can expect in the GATE? So there are only 3 ways we are going to check. Okay, 3 ways. So I explained earlier, we will test your abilities on recollect. That is, you want to recollect from the memory based. Suppose if you are having a concept, means what is the definition of the concept? That will recollect. And the second one is comprehension of the concepts. How you are understanding. Comprehension is understanding of the concepts. And the third one is application of the concept. How you apply the concept to some practical situations or in some other applications. So how you are applying this one. And the third one is synthesis of concepts. Okay, so you can see that in all the headings you are seeing a concept. Okay, so if you are thorough in the concepts, you can easily crack the GATE exam. Okay, so this is not very difficult. Only thing is you want to identify the proper learning resources. So either through the NPTEL or from the faculties or from the library. So anywhere you can get the proper materials, understand the concepts clearly. Understand? Okay. So therefore, if you know this one, then there are 3 types of checking. One is called as, see all questions, there is no descriptive. Only you are having objective type of questions. In GATE exam, objective type, online type of exam. So you use the computer and the calculator also will be in the computer. And for calculations, you will be given a scribble pen. Okay. So there is no other materials required. You don't need to write anything. Okay. So just you can click the answer. There is some objective type questions only. So we are checking in 3 parts. One is called as MCQ. That is multiple choice question. So this multiple choice questions mainly comes from the memory recall. So some concept is there. So I can define that concept like that. or whether this concept is applied to this. Like that we can just recollect your memory. So that is the first question, that is first type of question, that is called as MCQ. Okay, so but this is, since it is only recollection, we are giving some, means we are also penalizing for wrong answer, which means that if it is a 1 mark question, for every wrong answer, we are reducing 1/3 of the mark. Okay, for wrong answer, if it is 1 mark. And for wrong 2 mark questions, for every wrong answer, we are reducing 2/3 of the marks. Okay, so only this part we are just we are giving a negative marks, whereas the second part we are, and the third part we are not having any negative marks. The second part is called as multiple select question. The first one is multiple choice question. The second one is multiple select questions, where in the multiple choice you will be having only one answer, whereas in the case of multiple select questions you will be having more than one answer. Okay, so I will show some sample questions for you, just for to understand the questions, how the pattern will be. And the third question is application of the concepts into some numerical problems. So that is called as third part, that is called as NAT questions, that is called as numerical answer type. Okay, so only 3 parts. One is multiple choice, multiple select questions, and the third one is numerical NAT type of question, numerical aptitude test. Okay, so the numerical answer type will give some problems. For that we will give the scribble pad to work out based on a specific concept. Okay, and so the question papers of the GATE previous years can be downloaded. I told that all the question papers can be downloaded from the website gate2026.iitt.ac.in. So that you will be comfortable, see what type of questions will come. So what type of, in a specific concept, you can clearly able to identify this is the concept, based on this concept these questions are asked. Okay, so like that we can, if you understand these concepts, you can easily crack the GATE exam and get a very good score. So these are the patterns of marks awarded for the GATE exam. Basically it is a 10 mark question. So if they are having a mathematics in your subject, then in that case we will have some 13 marks, the distribution of marks. Okay, 13 marks for the math type of questions, any general mathematics, and then 15 marks is aptitude is common for all the exams. And if it is a math based paper, we will have 72 marks for the subjective questions. Okay, if it is not a math based means, so 15 marks for general aptitude, and the rest everything 85 marks for the general subject questions, if there is no math part involved in the particular discipline. Is it clear? So this is the distribution of the marks for 2 types. One if it is involved mathematics, other one is if it is not involved not mathematics. Okay, so now I can give some questions for you. I will ask some questions for you based on the 3 types. What is the 3 types are? One is MCQ, MSQ, and the third one is numerical type. Okay, so can you please answer this question? GATE started in the year 1983, 1959, 1980, 1993. Which is the correct answer? 1980. Very good. Everyone is, I think, despite the lunchtime, you are very aware about the answers. Nice, very nice. So 1983 is the correct answer. So if you are putting a wrong answer, it is 1 more question, 1/3 of mark will go. That's the idea of the negative markings. Okay. The second question is, which of the following options is or correct for the GATE exam? There is multiple select question. Multiple select questions. One is national level exam. Yes or no? GATE is a national level exam. Yes, right? And the second one is computer based test. It's an online exam, computer based test. Yes, correct. And the third one is 31 test papers. How many papers? 30 papers. So this answer is wrong. Okay. And the fourth one is 3 hours exam. I forgot to mention the timings of the exam is from 9:30 to 12:30 in the morning session. It's not going. It's not working. But fine, okay. So the exams are from 9:30 to 12:30 in the morning session and 12:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon session. It is 3 hours exam. Okay. So therefore so you can see that all the 3 answers are correct. Okay. So for this case, it is not there is no negative marking for the multiple select question. The third one is, what is the third type? So it is called as NAT, numerical answer type questions. Okay. So see the sample question is shown here. So the value of 2 power minus 1 divided by 2 power 0 is equal to 1/2. That is equal to, correct 1 decimal place. That is equal to 0.5. Okay, that is the NAT type of questions. But don't expect such a simple questions. It will be a little bit complex type. Okay. So this is also having no negative marks for this one. Okay, there is no negative marking for this one. Okay. So these are the 3 types of questions based on any concept. In your subject, if you see the syllabus, so each syllabus will have some topics that is called as concepts. So from that concepts, one is you want to understand the concept or memory based. Second one is so synthesis of concepts and how your application of the concepts. Okay, application of the concepts and how you apply extension of these concepts so that you can have more, means we can extend this concept for some other applications. Okay, so these are some of the ways we are checking in the GATE exam. Once you are comfortable with this, always it will be very easy to solve these problems. So these are some of the mock links. As I told earlier, all the details are available from GATE 2026 iitg.ac.in. And what are the opportunities are available? So first one we told that you can go for higher studies. The second one you are going for research, that is the second option. And the third one is you can also get admitted in the foreign universities, reputed foreign universities. And the fourth one is the GATE also fetches you a job in central government companies. Okay, that is public sector companies like Bharat Petroleum Corporation, Indian Oil Corporation Limited. So these are all your permanent jobs. Okay, these are all companies you are fetching the permanent jobs. What is the advantage of that one? See, you can join that company as a graduate engineer trainee, that is a permanent job. So after joining this job, the company itself will sponsor you for higher studies in IITs. Okay, the company itself sponsor for you because once you perform well in the company, so they themselves will send you for higher studies like Bama Atomic Research Center. It is having their own program for higher studies, educating their employees. Okay, so like this, you can also get a sponsor, opportunities for sponsorship, and also this is a PSU sectors where you can get the job and you can go for higher studies and also do for the research. Okay, so these are some of the So these are the admissions to the higher qualifications. Previous slide. It's not working. Previous slide. Okay. So yeah. So these are the opportunities. Go to the next slide, please. Okay. So this is the stipend details. So if you qualify in the GATE and in the MTech program, if you admit in the MTech program in IITs, you will get a salary for 12,400 for 22 months. Still you graduate from IITs, a BE degree, and if you got a GATE score, and if you got admission in any other premier institutes, IITs, IIC, or CFTIs, NITs, then you will get a stipend. If you are a BTech, directly going for joining for PhD, the first 2 years you will get 37,000. And the rest 3 years, it's a 5-year program, rest 3 years you will get 42,000 per month. Okay, so suppose if you go for higher studies with you completed ME and there is no need for GATE score and you can join PhD in IITs or also in abroad also. So in that case, you will get the fellowship for 4 years. The first 2 years, you will get 37,000 and the rest 2 years is 42,000. Okay, so like this, you can get the stipend. So you cannot, no need for dependent with anyone for the finances. In the case of, if you realize the GATE score and join in the premier institutes. So this is called as direct entry, that is DPhD, directly after BTech program. And this is also some of the universities, that is NUS, NTU, and also TU, Munich, etc. They are admit using the GATE score as one of the criteria. So this is the public sector companies I mentioned. No? There's public sector companies like DRDO, BARC. So these are the list of companies like Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, HPCL, IOCL, and Power Grid Corporation of Limited, and this Airport Authority of India, and Delhi Metro Rail Corporations. So in addition to that, all these public sector companies, so if you also get score, some of the companies like L&T, Chennai Metro Rail Corporations, they will also admit you for, means recruit you in their company, that is called as private sectors, and they will send you to the premier institutes. So IIT Madras is having a UOP understanding program with UOP program, that is user oriented program with Chennai Metro Corporation Limited, L&T also. So they will send for you for from the private sector also, they will send for the higher studies so that you will get the degrees from IITs if you clear the GATE score, and also get a job in private sectors like reputed companies like L&T, and CMCL, Chennai Metro Corporation Limited, etc. So these are the advertisement. You see that this is from NLC, that is Neyveli Lignite Corporation. So recruitment of graduate engineer executive trainees through GATE score in 2022. So you can see that the advertisements. This is from the Coal India Limited. So through the GATE score, and this is called as NPCL, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, through GATE score. And this is the PSU from the again NPCL, and this is from the DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, and also ISRO. So all these organizations, they will be recruiting using the GATE as the score, and there is no need for any other test. Okay, you directly apply and you get the job. Okay, so direct interview means there is no interview. You will directly admitted, and after your performance, they will be sending for your higher studies or some other department for the work. So these are the recruitment forces. If you're having a government, means these are the government concerns, government companies. You will, once you join in some postgraduate program in IITs, these are the companies like BHEL, CRIS, IOCL, NTPC, all these companies will be recruited, and this is department wise. If you join in MTech programs in any specific IITs, these are the department wise companies will be recruiting you. Suppose if you are in aerospace engineering, if you are graduating aerospace engineering, the core companies like Airbus, Siemens, Gamesa, Tata, all this Collins Aerospace, so all these companies will come for recruitment in your aerospace engineering department at IIT Madras and also another IITs also. So Department of Applied Mechanics and Department of Biotechnology, and this is Department of Chemical Engineering. And if you are from Civil Engineering, L&D and Atkins and Keller, all these companies will be coming for the recruitment. If you are from the Mechanical Engineering, so you can see that Havels, GE and Mercedes, Bajaj. Bajaj is one of the most paid company, well-known company from our students, among the students. And if you are from Electrical Engineering, so TVS, Qualcomm, Intel, Samsung, Microsoft, like all these companies comes for the placements in the electrical engineering department. In the metallurgy department also there are many companies, and also in the ocean engineering department, L&T, etc. they will come for recruiting in the different departments. So these are the list of companies, the reputed companies, core companies will come for the recruiting the graduates from IITs. More often in our companies, and majority of the IIT graduates will get the companies in these core companies. If they are interested, they can go for some software IT based companies also. So that will be coming under. So all the placements will happen from December 1 to 15. So all the students will get placed during that period. Only 15 days or 20 days they will completely placed. So this is till now what are the prospects of the GATE. Now what are the sources for the GATE? Suppose I'm going to library, I'm also discussed with my faculties. So still I want to improve in getting the sources for the GATE exam. So that is, we are having a panel for helping this. We are having a panel called as portal called as National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, that is called as NPTEL. So you might have seen some MOOC courses also. Maybe your institute also having some coordination with IIT Madras in offering these courses, MOOC courses or NPTEL center. So what is this helpful for is, so you can, if you go to this website that is called gate.nptel.ac.in, the website name is called as gate.nptel.ac.in. So you will have, if you are in any specific discipline, electronics, electrical, computer science, etc. So you will have the video lectures, course materials, assignments and quizzes of various subjects. They are relevant to the GATE exam. So the GATE question paper relevant to the GATE syllabus, all these materials will be available, and you can easily download this one. And these lectures, all the materials are given by one of the experts in our nation. Okay, so it's not like you are giving an NPTEL, so simply just like that, but we selected properly his expertise, and based on that only we will invite them and ask to give the lectures. Okay, so if you listen their lectures and if you solve the papers or the question papers or quizzes given by the professor, that is very easy. Once if you solve all these things, you are comfortable, then that is very easy for you to prepare in terms of preparation of the GATE exam, and easily you can crack and get a very good score in the GATE exams. Okay, so the learning resource was also available. Only thing is your desire to appear for the GATE and successfully crack the exams. The question papers, previous year's question papers also available, and some mock test also, that portal is also available, and the learning resource materials also available. It is up to you how to select this. Properly you want to identify and properly get the materials and appear for the GATE exams. Understood? So these are the NPTEL portal, and these are the GATE syllabus videos. Everything is available in the portal called as gate.nptel.iit.ac.in. Okay. So there are some frequently asked questions. So someone who joined in the lateral entry in the second year from diploma, I finished my diploma and joined directly as a lateral entry. Some of them joined after your +2, you joined that one, and lateral entry also joined. And you are the third year. Okay, you are sitting in the third year, and whether you are eligible for writing the GATE exam. Yes, of course, you are obviously you are eligible for writing the GATE exams. The students who are the third year are eligible, third year or above are eligible for writing the GATE exams. Okay, so this will help you to understand not only for getting the admissions, but also you will help you where you are standing with reference to your concepts, understanding the concepts of your subjects. Okay, so these are the advantages of the GATE exam. So these are the, once again, I am repeating the important dates. So the dates are from 28th August to 28th September. 20th September 2025 is the last date for applying for the GATE exam. And the exam dates are 7th and 8th, the first weekend and the second weekend of the Saturday, Sunday of the month of February 2026. These are the exam dates. Fine. So some updates, I am going to share these materials with your faculties. Kindly collect that one, and the posters also will be displayed in your institute. And kindly you can go through anything. You can just scan the QR code. The updates will be available automatically. Okay. So this is for any doubts or any other clarifications. Either you can approach the GATE coordinator and they will contact our GATE office, or you yourself can be approached our GATE office, which is available 24/7. The contact number. So please contact if you are having any questions, or you can, there is a website called as gate.iit.ac.in. That website is also available. Okay. So with this, the first part of the lecture is almost completed. I will show a small movie on JAM, and another 5 minutes I will take for explaining about the JAM exam. This is only for the science graduates. Only 5 minutes I will take. Okay. So can you please move play the JAM.
Envision this. You are finally a science titan, poised at the precipice of boundless horizons. Your destination? The revered Indian Institutes of Technology, where your dreams explode into reality. JAM, a computer-based test, spans 7 formidable subjects: biotechnology, chemistry, economics, geology, mathematical statistics, mathematics, and physics. This is your golden ticket to over thousands of direct admissions into an array of postgraduate programs. India's numero uno institute, IIT Madras, welcomes you. At IIT Madras, your ambitions will ignite a revolution within you, where cutting-edge research facilities embrace you and acclaimed mentors propel you. Apply now for JAM 2026. Your future needs to be your masterpiece, and IIT Madras beckons you.
Presentation. Presentation number 4. So I'm just explaining about the JAM. So earlier we started with the GATE, and we found that the papers are not only meant for this GATE exam, not only meant for engineering. So therefore we are introduced the JAM exam from 2004 onwards. Okay. So this is only meant for science graduates. Please pass the information to your friends who are in the science background. So basically the JAM exam also is something like an online based exam. Only the score is valid for 1 year, and mainly this will, if you are in the final year of any BSc program, so this will be used as an admission test for your masters. So the different programs are, so MSc, MSc technology, because if you are interested, suppose some engineering, be mechanical, if you are interested in something like MSc criminology, some technology based subjects, or MSc cyber security, like this subjects, you can also appear for this exam. So that's why I am emphasizing here. And so therefore also you can use this program as admission for MSc MTech dual degree, and also joint MSc PhD program, MSc PhD dual degree programs. Okay. So but all the patterns of the JAM exam also remains the same. It's an online test, and you're having 3 types of question papers. That is questions like MCQ, MSQ, and NAT type of questions. And the exam will be happening only this is the administrative body. The same IITs and IITs are organizing this one. And the portal, the JAM will be organized by different institute. It is IIT Bombay this year. The turn is for IIT Bombay. So the website for this JAM exam is jam2026.iitb, IITB for Bombay.ac.in. Okay. So there is once again this either GATE exam or JAM exam. There is no age restrictions and there is no limit for the number of attempts. Okay. So you can appear n number of times and n number of means at any age. So there are different types of papers. So the combination papers in the morning you want to select any among this one, and afternoon you want to select either physics, chemistry or mathematics. So chemistry, geology, mathematics in the morning session you can select any one of the paper, and in the afternoon you can select biotechnology, economics, mathematical statistics and physics, any of the papers you can select this one. And the same thing mark exam, the last date for JAM exam is on October 12th, whereas the GATE exam is September 28th. Whereas for the JAM exam is October 12th, you can apply for the last year for applying this one. So you can join the different programs like MSc, MTech, MSc Technology, and the combination of dual degree program, MSc and PhD, or MTech dual PhD dual degree program you can join. And these are the pattern of the questions: MCQ, MSQ, NATEC. So these are the programs, and so you can get the means that is All India ranking, and this is the website where you will get the mark question papers and also the previous year's mark test and also the previous year question papers. Okay, so the mark test and previous year question papers. So again, the frequently asked questions is something like I am the third year, I am the second year. So the second year you are not eligible. From third year or any other higher year you are eligible. If you are also BS degree student, instead of BSc, if you are BS 4-year degree program, if you complete the BS program with the MSc itself, you will get the stipend. That is the advantage of JAM exam also. Okay. So with this, I am concluding my talk, and thank you for the patient listening. For any contact, you can just contact the GATE or JAM office. So with this, I am completing my talk. Thank you so much for your patient listening. And if you are having any queries, feel free to ask me. And this, please treat me as a friend and I can ask my question. So don't be having any barrier in asking. Okay. So yeah, any questions? Yeah, please.
So, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Anish and I am from third year in the Sun College of Engineering Technology. So, can you please...
Which discipline?
So, mechatronics.
Mechatronics.
So, me and my friend are planning to write GATE on 2026. So, can you please elaborate about the criteria of choosing direct PhD after doing GATE?
Okay. So, the direct PhD is a unique program, and if you have any very good CGPA, so 8.5 and above, okay. So based on the number of admissions, we will keep the cutoff either as 8 or 8.5 CGPA. And if you have a valid GATE score, something like a 400 or out of 1000, okay, and 8.5 CGPA, so you are eligible for applying the direct PhD program after your graduation, after your BTech. Okay. So this is a 5-year program, where the first 2 years you will get a scholarship of rupees 37,000, and the rest 3 years you will get a scholarship of 42,000. Okay, so you can admit and based on your interest. Okay, mechatronics means in the mechatronics you will be having some interest either in the mechanical part or the electronics part, and the EV vehicles or any other research area. You can join with your professors and you can define the problem. You can easily graduate with the problem, good publications, etc. So this is the procedure how you will be joining and then get graduated from IITs.
And another question out of curiosity. So I read your work on Navier-Stokes equation.
Yeah.
So I I read that paper and it was a wonderful work. So I guess it was the million dollar question. So can you please talk about your experience?
Naval-Stokes equations. Okay. So anyway, this is more related to the mechanical part. How many of them knows about Newton's second law of motion? Okay, what is the Newton's second law of motion? Sigma F is equal to mass into acceleration. That is, sum of the forces is equal to mass into acceleration. So when there is a fluid flowing in a tube or in any other, suppose a fan, air is coming from the fan. So when you want to find the velocity pattern or pressure distribution, so this Newton's second law of motion is transformed into an equation that is called as Navier-Stokes equation. Okay, so there we can find both the velocity and the pressure which is required for designing any pipe or any fan, etc. So that using the equations, I am solving this to find the profile and the pressure so that we can be able to design this one. Okay, that is the idea of the Navier-Stokes equations. Thanks. Any other questions?
Good evening, sir. I'm from Aeronautical Department, 3rd year. My question is, do you have any tricks and techniques to follow for time management?
It's a good question. See, the JEE exams, see, for example, in the case of JEE exams, so the time is one of the constraints. Okay, so a candidate A and candidate B will be solving the same problem. The candidate A will be solving in 1 minute, less than 1 minute, whereas candidate B will take but both will get the same solutions. Okay, so if you see the total time duration for the GATE exam or any other competitive exam is 3 hours. Okay, so you want to crack this, give the solutions, you want to write the solutions for all the questions in 3 hours duration. Okay, so it is a very much important that time management is very, very important in solving for clearing any GATE exam. So how you will approach this one is only through the more and more practicing the sample papers and doing a mock tests.
No, sir. My question was time management in the preparation. Not
Preparation,
the, yes.
yeah, preparation also. That's why. See, for example, you want to get a very good CGPE in your BTech program, and also at the same time you want to crack the GATE exam. These are the two parallel verticals if you are going to write a GATE exam. So but if you see the syllabus, the syllabus will be the same. The GATE exam syllabus also, if you see only the standard, the concepts will be taken for giving the GATE exam. So there is no need for extra effort in preparing for the GATE exam. So whatever you are preparing the subjects for your courseworks, okay, for your courseworks, some 5 courses will be there in your semester or something like that. So that itself, if you properly understand the concepts and solve the problems with the concepts, that is more than sufficient for preparing the GATE exam. So there is no need to have a separate time or devote the time for preparing the GATE exam. But for mock tests and solving the sample papers, you want to put some extra time. Otherwise, there is no extra effort you are going to put for your GATE exam.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Any other questions?
Sir, I have a question. So during the 3 hours of examination, we have to attend all the 65 questions, sir, with the accuracy and correct answers. So do you have any tips for that, sir?
See, the main thing is, so the second part and third part. What is second part?
MSQs.
Third part is?
NEDs.
Any negative marks is there?
No.
So we can attempt all the questions from the second part and third part.
Yes.
Only the first part, which is having a negative marks. So you want to see the question which you are confident, then you can attempt that questions and solve all the problems. When you are having a doubt, so in the 2 mark questions, 2/3 of marks will go in case if it is a negative marks. So that's why you want to double cross check whether I can attempt these questions. Otherwise, you will end up with losing some marks. So the second and third part, always you can attempt all the questions. Whereas the first part, you should be extra cautious. So unless until you are confident, you want to appear for questions. Okay, so now if you are not having any queries, so once again I want to ask how many of them after my talk are interested to the third years only, third years or 5 years interested to write the GATE exam. 3. Someone asked for the question, third year aeronautical engineer. Okay, fine. And how many of them who are in the second year are willing to write the GATE exam? So once you reach the third year, please, next year also, I will check up with your professor. So I will come and check whether you are writing the exam. So please do write the exam. I am strongly encouraging to write the exam. There is nothing is there required. Only thing is, you want to prepare your subjects, whatever you are studying in your engineering education, you want to prepare properly with the standard textbooks and the standard concepts and give the exams. Okay. So wish you all the very best and thank you so much for your passion listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We extend our sincere thanks to you for sharing valuable insights in the GATE Jam Awareness program. As we move towards the conclusion of this program, it is time to express our gratitude. To deliver the vote of thanks, I'd love to invite Dr. Arivmani Ravanan to kindly come forward and address the gathering.
I hope as we come to the conclusion of this session, it's time to express our gratitude. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest today, Dr. Arul Prakash K, Professor at IIT Madras from the Department of Applied Mechanics for gracing this occasion. Arul Prakash with his presence and for delivering such an insightful, inspiring session. And also extend my appreciation to our PALS champions, Mr. Ramesh and Mr. Ramaswamy for their valuable role here for their initial talk, connecting and coordinating this outreach program. Then I sincerely thank our management, our vice chairperson, our chief executive officer, our principal for the continuous guidance and support for delivering the welcome address by our principal and gathering and set the tone for this program. Also, I thank our Vice Principal, our Dean Academics, Dr. Ravi Shankar, and our Dean Students Relations, Mr. Yogeshwaran, for their constant support in shaping and encouraging the initiatives like this. Also, my warm note and gratitude goes to the Advisory Bureau of Higher Studies, PALS IIT Alumni Association members, our dedicated ICTS team, Mr. Vijay Kumar sir and our team, faculty members, coordinators, and the organizing team for their seamless efforts behind these scenes. Finally, to our dear students, your enthusiastic participation in what makes such a program meaningful and successful one. With this, I formally conclude this proceeding. Thank you and all who are all present here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation and gratitude. May I now request everyone to rise for national anthem. Thank you, sir, for your words of gratitude.